There you go. Welcome back to the Tinker Tales channel. If this is your first time visiting us, hello, I am Vicky and this is...
Me.
Rich. Still it. So, welcome back to another
Overrated.
Welcome back to another Top 5 Revisited vlog where we are revisiting... I can't talk anymore. Revisiting our my top 5 list that I filmed way back in early 2018 and seeing if anything has changed. Today's vlog is... I'm kind of scared to do it because I was scared to do it the first time, and it is overrated attractions
and things.
We're just looking at Walt Disney World, aren't we? We haven't gone
out
elsewhere with this one. We're just doing Walt Disney World, and we've kind of expanded it, haven't we, to include restaurants, places, just overall things, haven't we? Because it's hard to find things that you think are overrated, because everything at Walt Disney World is good. And I just want to personally say that apart from maybe one thing on this list, I like everything that is on these lists. There's nothing that I don't enjoy, and
everything there is very clever, and
everything is brilliant. Everything is awesome. Just some things I think aren't
too much hype.
Yeah, I've got too much hype, and it's one on his list that I have to say is one thing that I really didn't enjoy and don't like. Yeah, so there's one out of all of these that I wouldn't ever go to again.
Which is worrying because there's a few on there that's quite controversial.
There are some controversial ones. So way back when, I picked the Enchanted Tiki Room, which I still maintain is overrated, but it's dropped off the list.
It was better as it was.
It was, yeah, they should have left it as under new management. Carly River Rapids, Star Tours, Sauron, Seven Dwarfs. I'm going to say this right now, Sauron has well and truly dropped off that list.
Sauron has changed since we did that list, because we hadn't been on Sauron around the world.
It was Sauron over California. I think Sauron now is brilliant. I loved it.
And the first time we saw Sauron, we had bad seats. We were top row, right at the end.
Yeah, I think we were like A1.
Yeah. Really
poor row. But yeah, I loved Sauron this time. We did it a few times, didn't we? I really loved it. So
good old Patrick.
Good old Patrick. So that is off this list. We like Sauron now. Right, so... Oh, did I not? Oh, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train was the last one on that list.
It's still there.
So yeah, let's start off with our new top 5s of most overrated attractions in Walt Disney World and things.
Because it's still there.
It's still there, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It hasn't shifted. I still don't rate it. I think it's a fun roller coaster. It's a fun family coaster. It's a great first coaster for kids. I think I would have liked them just to have had it as a dark ride.
Yeah.
That inside portion.
Or done a bit more with it.
Yeah, that inside portion is great, and that's the one thing I really enjoy. Is the dark ride portion when you go into the mine, and I think the animatronics in there are brilliant. The rest of the roller coaster, meh. Could take it or leave it, and the fact that it's always
do it.
We always do it, don't we? We generally either try to rope drop it or go fast pass for it, but it's always still to this day it's got such a long queue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I still don't rate it. Next up, we've still got the same, and it's still staying from the old list, is Star Tours. It makes you so ill, doesn't it? It really does. And when we went on it last time, in 2018, I did enjoy it, and we ended in Batuu, didn't we?
Yeah.
So you got to see like the kind of concept art for Galaxy's Edge, which was cool, but we really aren't great big Star Wars fans.
We've watched them. We had a big thing a couple of years ago, didn't we? We watched them all in the right order that you meant to watch them.
We enjoy them. They're okay films, but I'm just not into the whole Star Wars fandom. I really am not.
We'll watch them again before we go, so we get a better appreciation of...
Yeah, because, you know, we want to understand what's going on in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge a little bit, but we're not going to be hanging out there all day, I don't think.
No, apart from queuing for stuff.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's just... I think to enjoy something like that is so heavily themed, you have to be into it.
Yeah.
And we're just not really Star Wars fans. But there we go. So now we start to different, don't we?
Yes.
Now I'm scared. You go first. What's your first one? Because it's not quite as controversial.
Test Track.
That's quite controversial.
I prefer the old one. The Crash Test Dummies was a better theme. It was more fun. I don't get design your own car and
Yeah,
It's not there.
it's not as good.
No.
I would agree with that completely. I think the old version of Test Track, I know it had to change because obviously the old one was sponsored by GM Motors, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously they had a big hand in the theme. And then when it changed by Chevrolet, they had to change the theme. And I get why they had to do it. I don't enjoy it as much.
No.
I really like the old version, and
The situation and the scenarios and
yeah.
being a crash test dummy on a
Yeah,
test
it
track.
had
You
a
were
real
testing the car.
story. It was really cool, and I just think since they brought in the design your car thing, the queue time for it now is just so much longer. Whereas it used to flow.
Yeah.
It never used to be that bad, and now, well, I know you can skip designing the car, and I think we probably will do that next time.
Yeah, because you don't get anything from it, do you?
It's great for kids to do. Kids really enjoy it, but it's just not for us really anymore. Yeah, I'd agree with that one. It's not on my list, but I concur. I want to pick one that's not quite so controversial because my last two I think are going to be right. Animal Kingdom, Rivers of Light. It's just not good. It doesn't. I mean, I understand they can't use fireworks and stuff. I get that, and you know that going into it.
Yeah, but you don't need fireworks. Fantastic.
You don't need. The screen projection, the projection on water screens were awful, weren't they?
Yeah.
Compared to what you get at Fantastic, really poor.
We will add that it did break down.
It did break down. We were sat around
maybe
waiting.
tainted for a little bit.
It did, but even then, I was underwhelmed by it.
Yeah.
It is very overrated.
But we ran from one side of the park to the other to get in.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste your time, to be honest. If you've got nothing else to do, or if you've got a spare fast pass, maybe do it. I wouldn't waste my time. I won't be bothered about ever watching it again. I've done it once. I'm not really bothered.
No.
It wasn't anything spectacular. I mean, it's nice that they have a nighttime show there now, but
I prefer the Tree of Life.
yeah, the Tree of Life Awakening is a must-do.
Yeah.
That is outstanding. The Rivers of Light, just poor, really. I didn't really understand what was going on. Not for me. Right, next up on yours.
I don't know which way to do these two.
I would do that one first.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't agree with that at all. But yeah, you do that one.
Primetime Diner at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, we've included a restaurant this time, and I would agree with this. Again, not my list, but it's on his, so it's fine. Primetime 50s diner. That's a lot of people say that's like a must-do restaurant, and it's their favourite restaurant. It was absolutely naff.
Food was okay. We've had better meals everywhere else.
My food wasn't great at all.
I mean, it was edible, is what I mean, as in.
Yeah, but everyone says like you go there for the experience, don't you?
Yeah.
And for the servers putting on a bit of a show, because you're meant to be in grandma's kitchen or whatever, and you're meant to put your elbows on the table or have your talkie boxes out and stuff like that.
Oh, there was nothing.
And we had nothing
In our whole sector, he wasn't engaged with any of them.
Our server was so miserable, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He just wasn't even entertaining any of it. But you could see the girl who was doing the section over from us. She was going for it, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And she was brilliant. And then I was just like, I came out of there so disappointed.
But didn't we also wait for nearly an hour for our reservation?
That happened. So
that's a long wait though over your reservation an hour.
We did have to wait about an hour after our reservation time. That was a big queue. It was really busy. And yeah, I think that whole day was just a bad day for us.
Yeah.
We really didn't enjoy it at all. I was really annoyed because I was really looking forward to that reservation. But there you go. Yeah, I would agree with that one. 50s Primetime Diner.
Do you want to do your next two? Before I finish on them.
But but both these two are so controversial, right? I'm going to go with this
I'll tell you what, if you think that's not they're too long as bad as that, then I'll go first.
No, it's alright, I'll go. So next on my list is a resort actually, and it's the Grand Floridian. You don't agree with me on this at all.
I once stayed there, and that's always the hotel I thought, wow. But whenever we've walked through there, I've felt very underdressed, very unwelcome.
I think the Grand Floridian is a beautiful resort. I just don't get what the massive hype is about it. It's it's what I would call up its own backside, is how I feel about Grand Floridian. And people who stay there tend to be up their own backside. And people who I know who have stayed there and spent a fortune to stay there have said it's not worth the money. It's a lot of money for not a lot of difference. It's not even like you can walk from there to Magic Kingdom. You can't. You still have to get the monorail. Or the boat. I just don't... It's just too snooty for me. Like, I mean, we love 1900 Park Fair, don't we? We've eaten there. And I like...
We've stayed in posh places. It's not like
we're
against posh places.
We stayed at the Waldorf Astoria in New York, for goodness sake. Like, we've stayed in very nice hotels and paid a premium price for them. I just don't know if that's worth the premium price. It's a beautiful hotel to look at, but I just don't... I don't understand what is so amazing about it that commands such a high price tag.
We'll do a couple of nights on DVC and see if it changes.
Yeah, my opinion might change when we actually get to stay there. Alright, do you want me to do my next one?
Yeah, go on.
I'm really scared.
You're scared?
I don't agree. I know why you're scared. I don't agree with yours at all. Right, so my next one of what I think is slightly overrated. And I love it, don't get me wrong, I do love it.
You love the component parts.
I love everything that went into it, but Toy Story Land. I'm just hearing people like shouting at the screen going, what? No! The reason I'm saying it is because you go there and it's like being in a bottleneck. It's so cramped. There's no space in there. Like, I'm not that bad with crowds at all. But even in there, I felt really claustrophobic because there's just nowhere that you can go to get away from it. I think the theming's great. Obviously, Slinky Dog Dash is great. Toy Story Midway Mania is always going to be one of my favourite rides. Alien Swirling Saucers is meh. It's, you know, it's a ride. I just think you needed more space. I just don't think there's enough
Could've done
room.
more with it.
And the meet and greets, like the way that you queue for the meet and greets, just like I don't know. I just think it could have been laid out better.
Done more with it.
I think those meet and greets deserve indoor space with aircon, like they used to have. I don't think they should be stuck out in the sun. I think they should have been indoors. I just think it could have been better. I mean, I love all the little touches that, you know, but it's the same as Toy Story Playland in Paris. I think the theming there is fantastic. I just would have liked to have been more space, personally. That's my feelings on it. So there we go. That's my really uber controversial one. Go on, Richard. Say your last one.
Bit of caveats. I think it's in the wrong place. It's fantastic theming.
He's trying to justify it.
But it's just a lot of hype and it's overrated for what it actually is, and that is Pandora.
I don't agree with him at all. At all.
Animal Kingdom, I don't think... I know it was designed and the concept of it had mystical beasts and what have you.
The premise of Animal Kingdom originally was to focus on real life animals, extinct animals, and mystical animals, so it fits in perfectly.
Doesn't.
It does.
You don't need the mystical animals, but the rest of Disney is mystical and magical.
Well, you go back and tell the Imagineers back in the early 90s when they were thinking of it.
I think that Pandora should have gone maybe to Hollywood Studios and been in line there with Star Wars, Toy Story, and had them lands there. No. It doesn't belong in the Animal Kingdom. It is not an animal. The stuff there doesn't exist.
Neither does a dinosaur!
They used to. It was animals that existed.
And it was based on, it was supposed to have mythical creatures. That's why there is a dragon in the logo.
But there shouldn't have been.
But you can't decide that. You're not an Imagineer. You didn't design the park. That is how they designed the park.
But that's not how it should
It was supposed to have a beastly kingdom, which was supposed to have about dragons and unicorns. So you can't decide that. You are wrong on so many levels. And it does fit in because it's all about a natural world. Yes, it's not our world, but Pandora is so surrounded by nature. That's the whole thing. That's how the Na'vi live, as one with nature.
Could have quite easily slotted into Hollywood Studios.
No, it couldn't.
And
No,
been at Hollywood Studios.
How many trees are at Hollywood Studios? Hollywood Studios is so sparse, it's like a wasteland. It could not have fitted in there at all.
Could quite easily and better have fitted in.
No.
And then you got Niagara River Journey, that is a 90-second ride.
No.
That again could have had a lot more done to it. Flights of Passage.
It's an amazing ride.
Is a good ride.
It's an amazing ride. You can feel the banshee breathing.
So that is my...
Someone's sleeping on the sofa tonight.
Someone out there will agree with me.
I don't agree at all. I think that...
It's overrated. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's overrated. And
I disagree with you on your premise that it shouldn't be an Animal Kingdom when the whole premise of Animal Kingdom was to include mythical creatures and lands. I think you're focused on the fact that it's from a film. I don't agree with it at all. I don't agree with you at all. I think everything that went into Pandora is amazing.
Not saying it's not, but I'm saying it's overrated.
No,
There's a difference. I'm not saying it's bad.
I disagree.
I'm just saying it's overrated and not where it should
Disagree.
be.
And on that bombshell, we're going to end this vlog before we have a full-out fist fight, because he has never been more wrong in his life. Thank you very much for watching this vlog, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please give us a thumbs up if you have. Hit that like button down below. As always, leave us a comment. Please tell Richard how wrong he is. I'm sure some people will be telling me how wrong I am for including Toy Story Playland, but Toy Story Land, sorry, Playland is Paris. But he is way more wrong than me. Way more wrong. If you're not already, guys, please consider subscribing to my Diddy channel.
Because I might not be allowed back.
Maybe not. And as always, you can follow us on other social media. So Twitter is @Tinker_Tales and Instagram is Tinker_Tales 2018. Because Tinker_Tales was already taken. But as always, guys, the most important thing is to
have a magical beast day. Because it doesn't work like having magical mythical beasts at the
We will see you really soon, guys. Bye.